What is going on, Taurus? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct, and this is going to be your reading for the month of June. Alright, so this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone. If it does resonate with you, though, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things that help the channel out and lets me know that this helps you out in some type of way. Alright, if it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check out your rising or moon sign or check out one of the previous videos for Taurus that I did last month, okay? Now we're going to be hopping into your present energies right here first, like we always do it, and then after that we're going to check out your futuristic energies over here, talking about mid-June into the end of June. All right, what else? If you guys don't already follow me on IG, you should follow me. It's Chris Anthony 14LBS, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. If you guys are on IG, follow me. Other than that, personal readings are open to the public, so if you would like a more personal experience, more clarity for your situation, you can email me about that. That will be found in the description of this video. All right, let's hop right in. So starting off, crowning your reading, we have the Queen of Pentacles energy, and it's clarified by the Fool card. So Queen of Pentacles, this is talking about balance, and a lot of cards that you have in your spread for the month of June are talking about balance, you coming into balance in a certain type of way, or your situation being balanced out. Now with the Queen of Pentacles, she's the queen that is known the most for balancing her life. She is the master at balancing her finances and her emotional life, or her work life and her home life, right? And keeping everything in balance to where she's not showing too much attention to her finances but neglecting her love life, or showing too much attention to the love life and then that throwing her finances off. She is able to master the balancing act of doing it all, right? If you have children, balancing that, balancing your relationship, if you are in a relationship, balancing finances. So this is the energy that you're taking on overall for the month of June. And that will make some sense because I think you have some new energies coming in your way. You have the Fool card here, right? So this talks about you taking a leap, you taking a risk, you starting a new beginning, and kind of working up the amount of courage that it takes to jump into something brand new, right? Now before, it could have been your fear to try this new thing or head into a new direction. You could have feared, you know, it throwing you out of balance, or it messing up your finances, or you doing this new thing, you know, would have made you lose focus on what you already had focused on, right? But you are, it looks like you have a certain level of discipline, a certain level of balance coming in for you. It could be a new level of energy that comes in that allows you to balance this new thing that you want to try out, this new leap in a new direction is what I'm feeling. And it's kind of like you get that push from the universe this month because the Fool card is major arcana. It is the starting point, the 0 point in the tarot, right? And the Fool takes the leap, takes the plunge, and it's a protected chance that you take, right? That's given to you by the universe for you to try something out new. So if your fear before was this new thing that maybe you've been thinking about for a while is going to kind of mess up the way that you already have things going or running, or mess up your operation or plans overall, you don't have to really fear that, because this is kind of like a protected thing that's happening here. Let's see what the other cards are saying. Then you have the Justice card here, and it's clarified by the 7 of Cups. Justice is representing balance also. Now this talks about karmic retribution. It talks about balance that comes in from the universe, surrounding some type of situation that maybe you were in where you felt like you were dealt the short end of the stick, or something was done to you that was kind of like underhanded, or you know, it wasn't a lot of justice in some type of situation that you could have been in. But the universe is saying that it's bringing balance, it's bringing justice to this situation. Now you could have been in an energy previously where you were in the 7 of Cups energy, kind of like lost a little bit, or having so many options to choose from, having so many directions that you can go in that you kind of did not know which direction to choose or which option to choose. Seven of Cups talks about also kind of like being blinded by so many options, or it talks about so many options being something that they're definitely not, right? This is kind of like the card that says everything that glitters is not gold, everything that shines is not valuable. And so you could have been in a place where you had a lot of options previously, or you had a lot of things that were being offered to you and you didn't know exactly what they were because your vision could have been clouded. Seven of Cups talks about having your judgment kind of clouded by almost a point of kind of illusion, or you seeing some things, making them too good to be true, or thinking they're too good to be true a lot of times. So you could have been in that place where you had almost those rose-colored glasses and you were seeing things that were being offered or coming your way as great things, and everything looked great. Nothing looked like it was like bad or anything. So it kind of kept you in a place of confusion almost. But with the Justice card coming in, this talks about a high level of balance and clarity coming in with that sword. This talks about clarity. So your justice or your karmic payback or retribution could be you having clarity about which direction you want to take a leap in, you want to head in, with this Fool card being here, and balance being restored back to your life. Because the Queen of Pentacles, the Justice card, both talk about balance. And you could have been out of balance, right? Because it was kind of like you were seeing things not as how they really were, right? You could have had a high level of expectation, but the reality of a certain situation was totally different from what you expected. That's one scenario, right? So you could be having a high level of clarity that comes in and kind of removes all of the clouds, removes the confusion, and then you have kind of like a better decision making process to go with when you're not drowned out by expectations or illusion. All right, but balance is what I keep seeing as the repeating theme in your read. Then we go on to the Chariot card, which talks about balance too, but it also talks about movement. So now you are in a place where you want to move forward. You want to move towards a certain goal or move towards a certain direction, like I said, that you could have been thinking about for a while. But now in the month of June, you feel the energy to take a leap. You kind of want to take that chance. And so the Chariot energy is here talking about quick movement, fast movement. It also talks about balancing your energy in a place where you're not kind of like out of balance. The Chariot card talks about your light and dark nature, your higher and lower self, your yin and yang energy, your feminine and masculine principle, all being integrated into a place where you can actually move forward and you're no longer fighting against yourself. Right? Now with the Seven of Cups energy, that's probably what was happening. You couldn't make a decision about moving forward in life, or you didn't know what was the next path that you wanted to take, or the next thing, that you wanted to invest your time in, or undertaking that you wanted to invest your energy into. Now, though, with you gaining this new level of balance, it brings in this new level of clarity, and you can move forward, right? You don't have to stay stuck anymore. You can move forward more efficiently, move forward in a way where it's full speed ahead instead of you being kind of like double-minded about moving forward and then wanting to go back, or choosing this direction but then changing your mind and going in this other direction. You have a level of integration now when it comes down to your mind, right? And your energy as a whole. So with the Knight of Swords clarifying the Chariot card, this could represent you wanting to communicate differently, moving forward with a certain communication that maybe you haven't been making in a while. This could also represent a communication coming into you from someone else, or from an organization or a job, or just something in general. Now it could also represent you having an air sign in your energy in the month of June that wants to come in and communicate something. Or you could be the one that's heading towards this air sign and wanting to communicate something, wanting to bring some clarity. But this talks about clarity and communication coming in with the Knight of Swords, the fastest moving knight, right? So the Chariot is the fastest moving energy in the tarot, and then you have the fastest moving knight in the tarot with the Knight of Swords. So this talks about quick movements in a certain direction, right? And overall, I'm feeling like it's you wanting to just make a movement towards something, towards someone or something, and you want to communicate quickly, right? Because you want to take a certain leap, you want to take a certain jump, a risk that maybe you've been afraid to do because you didn't know if it was the right direction to take. But now that this clarity is coming in, bringing you balance, it balances out your movements. Now you can make clear, concise movements towards the future. And communication is going to be quick and concise also. So I'm feeling that heavily. Now, once you make this communication, you could definitely expect to come into a place of balance and rest, right? I feel like some of you guys could have been even stressed out for a while and not being able to rest your mind or to come into a energy of relaxation, right? You could have been stressed out, anxious about making this new decision towards the future, taking this leap. But now that you make this communication, or some type of communication comes in towards you, it kind of puts your mind at ease, right? It gives you peace of mind, relaxing. The Four of Swords here talks about relaxing, right? Kind of resting, rejuvenation, being able to just lay down and get some real rest, right? So yeah, either you're making a communication or somebody could be making a communication to you, and it kind of just puts you at rest. Because now I feel like you have made a certain decision to move in a certain direction with this Chariot energy. And you're moving that way very quick now in the month of June. Especially if you were in a place where you were kind of held up a little bit trying to decide, what do I do? Should I take this leap or should I just stay put? Should I go in this direction or should I just, it was kind of like a back and forth energy that I'm feeling. Especially with the Seven of Cups energy, not knowing which cup to choose, not knowing what's going to make you happy, what's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. Having a lot of options, but not knowing which one is yours. And so now the clarity comes in and you're moving quickly towards that option. Then now here we have the Two of Cups energy, soulmate energy, clarified by the Eight of Swords. Now some of you guys could be coming in contact with a lover, with a soulmate. You have that kind of energy that's here at the bottom of your spread. So all this could be surrounding a connection that you have with someone. Like I said, it could be a air sign. It could also be a water sign. It could be any sign, but that's just what I'm kind of seeing. So you could be wanting to communicate with somebody that you see as a soulmate, and before maybe you kind of felt like you were stuck and couldn't actually communicate with this person. You were stuck in your mind about it, not knowing which direction to head in, not knowing if you wanted to receive the offer that was coming towards you, or if you wanted to make the offer, or if you just wanted to run away from it. But you were stuck maybe surrounding a soulmate energy. And I definitely feel that air sign heavily, that some of you guys are dealing with the air sign. But yeah, it seems like either the person wasn't wanting to make communication with you, they could have been the one that was kind of confused or stuck, or you did not want to communicate back with someone else. Now, if you're not already involved with the soulmate energy, this could be what's coming in the month of June and kind of taking you out of a place where you felt like you were stuck surrounding love, right? Surrounding connection with somebody else. Maybe you felt like you were bound to a place where you would never find love, or you couldn't have a connection with somebody else, or you would never, be in a relationship. And in the month of June, you could have your new beginning could be the soulmate that's coming in, wanting to offer you this connection that you probably thought that you never could have with that Eight of Swords energy. You could have been stuck in a place where you, like I said, thought that love just was not for you. But something is being released energetically, and you're headed in a new frequency. You know, it's kind of like you're heading in a new energetic vibe and frequency. And so you're taking on a new mentality for some of you guys, especially when it comes down to this love connection or love in general. I see you're moving towards a new way of communicating, of being social, you know, of kind of expressing yourself. You're heading quickly towards a new place energetically, because it looks like your energy was very closed off and restricted previously. And you could have been that person that was only worried about your finances and only focused on yourself and building up what you need to have to survive in the world and to make sure all the bills are paid and enjoying life yourself. But now in the month of June, you could just be feeling like you want to take a risk. You want to jump out and take a leap into a different type of you, which this type of you is more communicative, more social, more out there, connecting with people, networking, expressing yourself in a more open way, not closed off. And with that type of communication happening, you could definitely run into this soulmate energy, connecting with somebody, vibing with someone, wanting to share your energy with someone, and it takes you out of this closedness and into a place of love, to be honest with you. So let's see what your other cards are saying. For the future, we have the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Temperance card, and then the Nine of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles here is talking about some type of new offer or new direction that you could be wanting to make around your finances. So we're already knowing that it's some type of brand new beginning and leap that you want to take, right? And this over here could be expressing the point that you kind of want to do this in the place of your finances, with the Eight of Pentacles being here. So you definitely want to either invest in yourself, a business or something creative, or maybe a new job or career path. And you're definitely very focused about this new investment or this new place that you want to head in with your finances. But it definitely denotes a new beginning with the Page of Pentacles, and it is in your area of work and finances. And maybe this is what kind of frees you up a little bit to take on a more open and communicative role in life and to express yourself in a different type of way, taking on this new mentality. For some of you guys, this could just be you wanting to look into entrepreneurship and start your own business, right? Or continue to build on something that you've already begun, but maybe you haven't had a high level of focus on it. You haven't invested enough time and energy into it, and now you want to bring it into that Eight Pentacles energy, which is focus, 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 building, 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 consistency, discipline within this place of business that you've created for yourself. All right, this could also be a communication that comes in from an earth sign or from a job that talks about new employment. And this could be also your new leap or new beginning that you're wanting to make. Now, underneath that, we have the Four of Wands here, talking about stability, talking about connection with someone else. This is that relationship that I was talking about, a soulmate connection that is very stable, very reciprocal. Everything is balanced inside of this connection. And you could be viewing somebody in the month of June that brings this to you, and you bring this to them also. And you guys could both be thinking about the long term, right? Long-term relationship, marriage, family, all these different things. But this is bringing you a level of awakening right now. With the Judgment card being here, Major Arcana, it could also be talking about your views changing on the way you view relationships and the way you view marriage and the way you view a connection romantically with someone. Because this is what I was feeling down here. Some Tauruses could be believing that you don't have the capacity to love or be loved by other people and to come into a romantic relationship, and you feel like that, or you have felt like that part of your life is already gone and you'll never find this kind of place of love. But there's something that's coming in for the month of June that is changing your mentality and your approach towards love. And this is an awakening. The Judgment card talks about an awakening, you waking up to something that you have not seen before. And it's surrounding relationships. It's surrounding love, right? So there's positivity coming in where maybe before you had a level of pessimism or negativity surrounding will you ever find love, that question. And the answer here is definitely yes, like because you have the Judgment card here, even if it's not just like a yes, it's kind of saying that your mentality is changing because it really all depends on you. If you feel like you're the person that will never be able to have love and be loved by anybody, then that's what you will continually attract, to be honest. So that's why this awakening has to happen around your view on relationships and your view on love in general in order to attract this soulmate energy into your life. But a lot of you guys are heading in that way. It's something that's kind of like almost pushing you to take that leap into this different way of viewing love or viewing yourself. All right. So then we come down to the Temperance card here. Major Arcana, again, talking about balancing, once again, balancing your emotional state, a healing happening to your emotional world. And that's probably what was happening. A lot of people could have been hurt. A lot of you Tauruses could have been in a place of hurt and woundedness, right? Trauma that you kind of did not want to step out of. You know, you felt more comfortable being in a place of kind of restricting your energy and holding back and being closed off to the world or being closed off to a relationship. But you definitely have healing coming in for you with the Temperance card and with the Judgment card. Awakening, spiritual awakening, spiritual healing, emotional healing happening around something that could have been done to you in the past that was kind of like underhanded. Five of Swords here talks about an underhandedness. You know, someone could have gotten over you in the past where that kind of like broke your trust for people or broke your trust for romantic relationships. Someone could have did something that was very dishonorable. You know, it could have been like someone cheating in a relationship or backstabbing you, betraying your trust. But balance is coming in around that. You have the Temperance card talking about healing. You have the Justice card talking about a karmic retribution, payback, balance, right? And then you have the spiritual awakening happening for your future relationships and the way you view relationships in general. So I like this level of healing that's happening around you, right? And I think for a lot of you, it definitely is talking about in love. And then down here we have the Nine of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So you're definitely in a place of independence when it comes down to your finances. Like I said, I feel like some of you guys have been definitely focusing on your finances for a very long time. But you're coming into a place of abundance now, right? From the 9 to the 10 talks about completion. It talks about material wealth, you know, coming into a higher level of abundance in your finances. And also coming into a place where you can share the wealth, right? Connect with somebody else who is also independent, who is also financially set. And maybe you're coming into a place of sharing. That 10 talks about abundance, right? Completion. Sharing with someone is kind of like what I'm feeling. Bringing something to the table and offering it with someone else who is ready to offer the same thing. 4 of Wands. A match. So a lot of you guys in the month of June could be coming out of the bachelor or bachelorette energy, the single lifestyle where you are enjoying the future fruits of your labor. You are very, to yourself and just building your own empire. But now coming into a place of the Ten of Pentacles, which talks about having an abundance of everything, not just in your own world, but connecting with someone else, having a family, having, sharing your abundance and with someone else, right? And not being afraid to do that. Not sharing it with somebody who is going to take advantage of you and take your abundance away from you, but sharing with someone who already has a level of abundance and you both can come to an understanding, right? So yeah, I like this for you, Taurus. Like, this is a good energy that talks about a maturation, talks about an evolution of where you have been in, which you've been in a pretty good place, but I think now you're coming into the place of wanting to share your life in abundance with someone else. All right, so we are gonna cut off that reading right there, Taurus. Hopefully this resonated with you guys. I'm feeling some great energies here. It's very calm reading too. Very clear message coming through. So hopefully in the month of June, you guys experience these changes, feel these shifts in energy coming in. All right. Until next time, I will see you guys later.